If you're a busy dad and you feel like you have no time on your hands at all to get in better shape, but you know you need to do something about your health. Maybe you're lacking the energy, lacking the confidence, maybe, who knows, the blood pressure, the cholesterol, maybe even the A1C levels and the type 2 diabetes that's right around the corner, and you need to make a change. It's like the clothes just fit a little bit too snug nowadays. You're not proud of the man in the mirror, or who knows, maybe it's just like you feel like you're not leading by example and being the best role model for your kids. But once again, you feel like you have no time on your hands. You're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. By the time you come home, you're dead tired. Let's face it, high body fat, low levels of testosterone, you're lacking the energy, So it makes sense, right? When you come home, you just want to sit on the couch, relax with the family, enjoy that family time together, and maybe watch a movie and then rinse and repeat all over again the next day, right? If that sounds anything like you, pay close attention, trust me, because I'm about to help you out with just breaking one of the self-limiting beliefs that most guys that are busy have, which is, I don't have time to get in shape. And let me just start off by saying this: less is more. And I'm going to prove that to you in today's video, because it might be something where you think, hey, in order to get six-pack abs, build muscle, lose weight, right, get off your medications, you need to be a gym rat. And I get it, right? You go on Google, you go on YouTube, and you see all these 20-year-old kids with their shirts off and they look good. And you want to be able to look just the same, right? You want to be able to, live those glory days once again, all over again. But you got to face the facts here, right? You're maybe in your 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s watching this video right now, all right? And I'm speaking to you and your lifestyle, which means those 20-year-old kids that, they're single, they don't have any kids at all, right? Half the time they're not even working, right? And if they do, it's not 40, 50, 60 hours a week. They have time. You don't, right? And so you can get into this mental trap, I like to say, of the all-in, all-out mentality, where you wave the white flag before you even get started. Because you're like, hey, if I don't have time to go to the gym, what's the point of me even doing anything at all? Because you brainwashed yourself to believe, because you go to Google and check GPT, that, hey, you got to do these 5 best exercises and this 6-day workout routine and, work out at least an hour every single day. You brainwash yourself to believe like that is the only path to helping you become the best version of yourself and getting in better shape. Once again, less is more. Now, I've been coaching guys since 2017. Me and my team have been helping thousands of guys reach their health and fitness goals. And the best part is, I would say 90% of them are busy dads just like you that don't have any time at all. So what do? We give them workouts to do right at home, with or without equipment. We program them for their body types, meaning if they have any kind of injuries like their elbows, their knees, their back, shoulders, anything like that. But we also cater around their schedule and their lifestyle. And that's so important to understand, because if you want to get in better shape, if you want to get off your medications, you just need to understand, you need a plan that best fits in with you, your schedule, and your lifestyle. That's how you're going to be successful. I get it, right? It's just like the bunny, right, versus the turtle. It's like that bunny rabbit, right? Yeah, really fast, backflips and burpees, right? 6-day, workout routine, and, these crazy meal preps and diets, and, right, looks good on paper, obviously, right? But if you can't sustain that, what's better is to be like that turtle and just to take it slow and steady wins the race. Because at the end of the day, once again, less is more. And this is exactly what I mean by that. Let's just say that you're looking at Google and YouTube and ChatGPT and your favorite fitness influencer, and they're telling you that you need to work out 6 days a week and do this push-pull legs, repeat, push-pull legs again, routine, right? It's a great workout split. Don't get me wrong. I love push-pull legs. But the reality is let's just say if you have, bad back, bad knees, you're doing squats, you're doing deadlifts, like that could be discouraging, because now the next day you feel completely beat up from trying to work out. And that's even if you have time to make it to the gym, right? So what's a better approach? Well, instead of, biting off way too much that you can chew, it's like, why don't we focus on something that we know we can stick with? And more so is, let's trust the process and not try to rush the process. How many times have you splurged and you overate or you overdrank, and the next day you feel completely guilty about it, right? And you try to outdo everything. Meaning you cut out your carbohydrates the next day, or you eat next to nothing, or do all this endless amounts of cardio just to try to burn it off. That's having an unhealthy relationship with food. It's way better to actually do something that's going to stick with you. And this is where I really want you to make sure that you pay close attention, right? Because we're going to talk about the workouts here next. We're going to talk about the nutrition. We're going to talk about the mindset piece. And the mindset piece is so important. And you need to understand this, right? Going back to how we coach our members by customizing them, the perfect plan to follow for, once again, their body types, their schedules, and their lifestyle, right? It all boils down to this. Consistency is key. It doesn't matter if somebody else is in the gym working out 2 hours a week 2 hours a day, every single day for a week. It doesn't matter if somebody else is following this diet. It doesn't matter if somebody else is doing this. What you need to follow, right, is what is going to work best for you. Stop comparing yourself to somebody else. Also at the same time, you might see somebody that, man, they have shredded six-pack abs and they're jacked and you want to look that way. And that's okay. It's great to have role models out there, right? But at the end of the day, don't compare your day 1 to somebody's day 100. And at the same time, understand on social media, right, with great lighting and special AI edits and whatnot, you can make it believe this is a Greek god, right? But at the end of the day, it's just fancy lighting and some AI automations, right? So it's don't compare yourself to somebody's highlight reel when behind the scenes, they got a lot of skeletons in the closet as well, So why am I saying that? Because that has a lot to do with the mindset piece. And if I had to recap everything what I just said with the mindset, it's this. Less is more. Consistency is key. Slow and steady wins the race. Do what works best for you. Now, you're probably wondering yourself, yeah, but Joe, how do I do that? Right? I got a bad back. I got bad shoulders, right? And I just don't know what to do. Hear me out. Let's talk about the workouts, right? And this works literally 99.9% of the time, all right? Is look at your daily schedule, right? And then look at your weekly schedule and just say, okay, how much can I actually commit to working out on just a day-to-day basis, right? And let's just say it's 20, 30 minutes. That's all you have. Listen, if you have 20, 30 minutes, I promise you, you can lose anywhere from 20 to 50 pounds of fat all within the next 90 days. I'm going to prove that to you here in a little bit, okay? But you got 20, 30 minutes to commit to working out. Maybe you got some kettlebells, maybe you got some dumbbells, maybe you don't have any equipment at all, right? Doesn't matter. Pick 5 exercises, and here's the best part, okay? Going back to what I said earlier about following your favorite fitness guru and the 20-year-old kid doing the burpees, the backflips, the deadlifts, and, squats. Listen, that might look good on paper, but what matters is, once again, the turtle. The consistency is key part, the mindset piece. So what's better instead of, let's say, going to the gym, doing the squats, deadlifts, we're hurting ourselves, and the next thing you know, we can't work out for the next week or two because we're injured. It's way better to just follow this formula right here. Pick 5 exercises that you enjoy doing. That's it. 5 exercises. It doesn't matter if it's bodyweight squats and then push-ups, or it doesn't matter if it's a whole bunch of abs. It does not matter at all. And here's the reason why. Working out does not help you lose weight, right? It's the nutrition. You can't outtrain a bad diet, right? I'm sure you heard that plenty of times. We're going to talk about the nutrition piece in a little bit. Working out helps you stay on track. It helps you stay consistent. And as I mentioned before, consistency is key, right? So why don't we just focus on doing some workouts that we actually enjoy doing? The ones that, let's say, it doesn't hurt our shoulders or our back. The ones that we are actually, once again, enjoy doing, and they actually, make us feel good when we get done working out. We don't feel like we just, took on this, abominable snowman and had this grizzly bear fight and we feel all beat up and out of shape and you feel like you get hit by a truck the next day. No. Pick 5 exercises that you actually enjoy doing, right? And now here's the key, right? This is how to program it literally so it's around 20 minutes. Each exercise, 40 seconds, okay? Have a 20-second rest in between each exercise. And after you get done doing those 5 exercises, take a full 60 seconds off as just catch your breath, get a drink of water, right? Wipe off the sweat if needed, and then do that again, right? If you do that for just 4 rounds, you'll have a 20-minute workout right there, okay? Now, just so you know, click on the link down below if you're watching this on YouTube. I have a free training guide, and I kid you not, this training guide will change your life, literally. Because I go over exactly the workouts, the exercises, and the most important part, which we're going to go over next, the nutrition piece. So let me just say that. If you just click on the link down below, the very first link, you're going to see in there exactly how to get in the best shape of your life, all with less than 30 minutes a day, and how you can lose anywhere from 20 to 50 pounds of fat within the next 90 days. Right? So once again, the link is down below. So now let's go to the nutrition part. right? Because now we figured out, okay, hey, we can commit to a 20-minute workout, and you don't need to do that every single day, right? Pick 3 days a week, pick 4 days a week, pick 5 days a week max. You, once again, don't want to bite off too much you can chew, right? As a nutritionist, as a trainer, as a strength and conditioning coach, I'm all about the recovery, right? So why would we be focusing on working out, destroying our body each and every day, but we're not actually taking time to, rest and recover? Because the recovery, that's actually where we're going to build the muscle. The recovery is actually where we're going to be the results. That's what's going to be shown. It's not the banging the weights or, crushing the workouts. Once again, that just helps us stay consistent. All right. Let's talk about the nutrition, because once again, you can't outtrain a bad diet, right? So as far as the nutrition piece, you might be thinking to yourself like, yeah, Joe, I get it, right? Like nutrition, that reigns supreme. That's 90% of the results right there. But Joe, I don't have time to meal prep. I don't have, all this money to buy all these crazy ingredients at the grocery store that are super expensive. And I just don't know what to do, right? I get it. I've been there plenty of times, and I've helped thousands of guys, right, that were also just like you. And once again, that's why there's a free link down below that's going to show you and teach you everything about it. But let me give you the rundown, right, on just how simple it can actually be for you, right? I'm going to open up my app, right? This is the Heartletics training app. I'm on the homepage right now. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's kind of blurry. We'll get it like right there. Sure. Right, still kind of blurry. But anyways, this is how simple. This is literally the guide down below where I go over a 5-minute nutrition system to follow, right? So for me and our members at Heartletics, it's very simple, right? I coach everybody how to create their own personalized meal plan on the app. And I share with them the best macros and calories for them to follow, so that way they can reach their health and fitness goals. If they want to lose weight, if they want to get off their medications, whatever the case may be. But this is as simple as it is, okay? You click the plus button, you click on meals. It's going to open up the camera as if you want to snap a photo, right, and take a photo of what you're ever about to consume. Or you can just open up your personal database, right, your favorites tab. So now when I wake up, right, I can literally just click a button, boom, 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 click log, and it's over and done with, right? So why am I showing you this? Why am I telling you this? Well, you might not have access to my app unless you're a member. If you want to be a member, great. There's more information about that down below. Just schedule a strategy call with myself or somebody on my team. We can just go over your health and fitness goals, see if we can help you out or not. But this is how simple it is, especially for busy dads, to lose fat and build muscle and have more energy and more confidence and reach their health and fitness goals all within 90 days. Pick anywhere. Most people are a creature of habits. I know I definitely am, right? Pick anywhere from, let's just say, 3 to 5 different meals that you enjoy eating for, let's say, breakfast, lunch, and then throw in, let's say, 3 to 5 different snacks as well, right? And just have a memory bank, right? Understand that, okay, hey, take some time, track the macros, track the calories, make sure that you're in a deficit. If you want more information about how to be in a calorie deficit, once again, click on the link down below. But regardless, you need to be in a calorie deficit if you want to lose the body fat, right? Doesn't work that way if you're in a surplus. So with that being said, right, now if I'm a busy dad and I have to work this 50-hour work week, whatever the case may be, take my kids to school and spend quality time at home for them with dinner for dinner time, right? And I don't want to eat something different because I'm on a strict, stupid diet that's all black and white. It's like, no, right? Maybe my wife is cooking something and it's protein pasta, whatever the case may be, right? And maybe I want to have a glass of wine in the evening time. That's great, right? This is all I need to do. I need to wake up in the morning and I need to figure out, okay, hey, based on what's in the fridge, what's in the pantry, what do I have available, out of those 3 to 5 different recipes and easy to create meals that I already, tracked and did all the legwork. I already know how many calories. I already know how many macros. I just got to stick within that. What should I eat for breakfast? What should I then have for lunch? What should a snack be? So that way, as it's leading up to dinner time, and who knows, maybe my, excuse me, my wife is making something and I just don't know what she's making. That's okay. I want to give myself some wiggle room, right? And maybe it's just like I stick with a low-calorie, high-protein breakfast option, a low-calorie, high-protein lunch option, and a protein shake, right? That's low calories, high protein for a snack. So now up until 5 o'clock when I get home, it's like I already pretty much hit my protein goal. I still have, 800 to 1,200 calories for wiggle room for dinner. And if I want to have a glass of wine, it's very simple, right? Just go ahead and track all that. Understand that if you're having a glass of Pinot Noir, right, maybe that's 120, 150 calories per one glass, per one cup, right? It's a game of numbers here. And once again, this is why it's so easy and so simple. Because if you have a plan to follow where it's like, okay, hey, I'm now in your shoes. I know if I'm working out at least 3 times a week and every single workout that I do is 20 minutes long, it's 5 exercises that I actually enjoy doing, right? Meaning that the next time I work out, I'm not going to be needing motivation, right? Because motivation doesn't do anything, right? Discipline is what helps you stay on track. Discipline is what keeps you going. That's the fuel source that you need. So it's like, oh, I enjoy doing these workouts. I'm going to have a much easier time staying disciplined, staying committed to that, right? And now if I have an easy to follow nutrition plan that literally, right, I can just put on pen and paper or use an app, right, 2 clicks of a button, it's like I know for a fact I'm going to hit my numbers over and done with. Bada boom, bada beam. You just lost 20 to 50 pounds all within the next 90 days. Don't believe me? Well, let's see. That's how Ryan, a very busy CEO, he lost 25 pounds and got off his cholesterol medications within 90 days. That's how Greg, right? He also lost 30 pounds and got off his blood pressure medications within 90 days. That's how Chris lost 25 pounds and got 6-pack abs within 90 days. And that's how Santo, right, lost 50 pounds of fat all within 90 days, still drinking beer, still drinking bourbon, still eating, the pizza, the ice cream, the donuts, you name it. And it's all because, once again, they had a plan to follow. And maybe that's what's stopping you from being successful when it comes to reaching your goals once and for all, is you need a plan to follow. Now, I want to be honest with you, right? The secret sauce in all this is what I'm about to say next. It's not the workouts, it's not the nutrition, and it's not even the mindset. What is going to help you stay on track? Typically accountability, right? And accountability could look like so many different forms. That could be weekly check-ins, that could be 24/7 support, that could be a community group, that could be live group coaching calls, whatever the case may be, right? Maybe that's even your coworker or your spouse, or maybe you have some form of self-accountability, but that typically doesn't work for most guys out there, right? That just is one of those New Year's resolutions where I'm going to hold myself accountable, right, and stick to this routine, but it doesn't really last. So it's like you got to make sure you have the right resources, right? That's actually going to hold you accountable to being successful. Because there are going to be some days where you don't feel like working out. Even though it's 5 easy exercises that you enjoy doing, you're just going to have those days. You're stressed out at work, you're stressed out at home, right? You're going to have those days. Every dog has its day. You're going to have days where it's like, hey, you want to go smash on some pizza. You don't want to, follow a meal plan or anything like that. You want to go, whatever the case may be, and go AWOL with your nutrition. But then sure enough, the next day, you might feel guilty about it. You might feel upset about it. You might even feel discouraged about it because it's like, man, I keep on breaking these promises to myself. I want to get in shape, but I keep on falling off track. And instead of you, right, letting the self-doubt, the bad wolf win that battle, it's like, what if you had guys in your corner that was holding you accountable and just said, hey, man, it's okay. Brush off the dust. Today's a new day. Let's get right back on track. That's it, right? So once again, all the information can really help you out when it comes to reaching your health and fitness goals within the next 90 days or less, I'd like to say. And you don't need a lot of time at all. That's just a self-limiting belief, one of the biggest excuses that's out there. Sometimes less is more. And as I proved to you in today's video, really is, So if it's snowy outside, you don't have time to go to the gym, great. Start doing some push-ups. Start doing some sit-ups. A quick 20-minute workout is better than nothing at all. Can we agree on that? I think so. Right? Slow and steady wins the race. Consistency is key. And once again, there is a free training guide. Click on the link down below. That's going to help you master your health and fitness goals once and for all. I really hope that you guys got some value. If you did, definitely leave a comment letting me know in the comment section below. What do you enjoy doing? What is your favorite form of working out? Are you consistent or not? Let's just have a simple conversation down in the comment section below. Provide some more value and help you guys out down there as well. So let me know. What are some workouts that you enjoy doing? What are some questions that you might have when it comes to programming the best workouts that can fit within your busy schedule? Maybe you need more help with your nutrition. Maybe you need more help with your mindset, whatever the case may be. Leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to answer it. And as always, if you guys have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys did. This has been Joe Callari with Heartletics.com, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.